An exclusive interview leads the Daily News this morning. Subway operator Myron Pollack talks with the paper about the stabbing earlier this week. Pollack was hospitalized, briefly was put in a medically induced coma. He had been doing a routine walkthrough of his train at the Crown Heights Utica Avenue station on Tuesday when he was stabbed multiple times.
Okay, hello there. So, as you clearly just saw, it seems that Pat Kiernan or somebody at Channel 1 might have saw my video a couple of days ago, and maybe they told Pat Kiernan, well, how disgusted I was with, everything regarding the subway conductor that was stabbed. However, because again, it's a short segment, I figured we're going to read the entire article. And of course, I figured we'll see how we can read it from the paper. I'm going to configure everything here. So I guess this is the best way we can read this. And I'm going to try the best as I can here. I know it's tiny print, but you're going to have to bear with me here. So let's read what the article had to say in the paper today. A veteran MTA subway operator stabbed by an ex-con who refused to get off the train at the last stop in Brooklyn has recovered enough to speak and is reliving the harrowing attack that nearly took his life. So this was Myron Pollack, the man that was stabbed a couple days ago back on Tuesday morning. So we're going to read the article again fully here. So Myron Pollack was doing a routine walkthrough on the number 4 subway train, clearing it of passengers when it reached the Crown Heights Utica Avenue station at 10:50 a.m. this past Tuesday, where 27-year-old Jonathan Davalos lunged at him with a knife, stabbing him multiple times, prosecutors say. Mr. Pollack said the knife was big. The 59-year-old man recounted from his bed in the Kings County Hospital intensive care unit yesterday morning, after slowly emerging from a medically induced coma. A big knife. I was shocked because I never seen a knife that big outside of a kitchen, said Mr. Pollack. The clash started when the MTA conductor reached the 5th train car, he recalled. His remarks were recorded by TWU Local 100 officials who have been visiting him in the hospital since the incident, and then shared with the Daily News with Pollack's permission. So the train conductor was quoted saying in this article, "The guy is standing there on the far side of the car, shaking like he's on something. We caught eye contact. He read my lips through the window. I said, 'You have to get off.' The train operator said he keyed open the train car doors, which had been closed, and watched as Davalos approached him with a flat smirk. He touched me on my shoulder as if to say thank you, because usually that's what they do," Pollack said. He touched lightly on my shoulder, like with this hand, and then he pulled out the knife with the other hand. He just started stabbing and stabbing, he added. I'm trying to fight him off. He kept coming. I tried running, and he kept stabbing me in my back. He's kept stabbing, Mr. Pollack said. As Pollack tried to run up the stairs, up the station mezzanine, he fell onto the back of the train platform. He said he tried to kick Davalos with his work boots, but the assailant keeps stabbing. The train conductor afterwards said, then he suddenly stopped. When I looked up, there's like 4 police officers with their guns drawn on him. That was the last thing I remembered. He was backing away, and they were backing him away with the guns, telling him to drop it, he added. And then when I looked down to my side, I seen there was so much blood I couldn't see the platform. So, the good news in this case here, article stated that Pollack started regaining consciousness Wednesday evening after emergency surgeries in the past 2 days. So, there is a statement that was sent to the Daily News by the president of Transport Workers Local Union 100, President Richard Davis. So in a quoted statement, I'm happy that Mr. Pollack is recovering, but he's still in intensive care and not out of the woods. The union is going to be supporting him and his family, but we are still angry about transit policies that we think put him in danger. Following Davalos' arraignment on attempted murder charges in Brooklyn criminal court Wednesday, Davis told reporters that he'll be demanding change. So, I'm going to read the quoted statement here, and we'll scroll this a little bit to the left. I just want to make sure that, it's still viewable here on OBS. All right, we can read it. New York City transit policy itself has to change, he said, outside of the Brooklyn courtroom, said the TWU president. We cannot leave our members in a volatile position when they walk up and down to clean the cars. We should not be responsible for clearing our trains. That should, of course, be our supervisors. There should be police presence. Obviously, they were there, but we need more of that, Davis added. Our members come to work to go home safe. So it says here that Mr. Davalos was also arrested for assaulting a Brooklyn subway conductor back in 2020. Oh boy, so this guy definitely has a long rap sheet. So I just want to make sure that I can scroll this a little bit to the right here. There we go, that's better. Polak, whose brother Elvis Polak is a retired MTA train operator, has piloted subway trains for the MTA for the past 25 years. He could have retired years ago, his family told the Daily News Wednesday, but he kept working in part to help fund his granddaughter's college education. So, let's see here. He said something else. Let's read this. The train operator. We're just hoping he makes... Oh, okay. I'm just trying to see... Well, okay, this is a statement from the family. Okay. We're just hoping he makes it out of this so he can retire and enjoy his life with my Auntie Donnie, his niece Denise Polak Thornton, and hopefully this isn't something that causes lifelong issues. So, it's very, very harrowing. I'm not even going to read the rest, but yeah, it's just very harrowing to think that, again, this is an MTA subway conductor just doing his job, and, this is what these people do for us on a daily basis. They're here to transport us every single day from point A to point B. And again, I am grateful that I have not had to use the system in the past 2 months, but this is what gets me scared, is that what if something happens when I have to take the Uptown 123 train from Penn Station to get over to Bryant Park for a tentative date that I have scheduled to begin taping the 2024 Andy's Random This Holiday video. I mean, that's the thing that gets me scared here, folks. And then something else needs to be acknowledged in this page, and we'll go down and we'll read it. Another story that got ignored by Pat Kiernan, so we will read this one. So apparently we had a push and shove. When did this happen? I'm going to try to read it. That way you'll look a little bit bigger here. Let's see if I can zoom in. Alright, let's see if I can zoom in that way. Alright, we're going to have to do this on the fly here. So it says here that a Good Samaritan fell onto the subway tracks when he was punched for trying to break up an argument between a couple in an East Harlem subway station, police said Thursday. So this happened at 1:15 a.m. Wednesday. And guess what? This happened on the Lexington Avenue line, east of 125th Street. We know how dangerous that subway station is. The 52-year-old victim came upon a stranger arguing with a female on the Uptown 4 and 5 platform at 1:15 a.m. The victim walked over to try to calm things, and the boyfriend punched him in the face, sending him falling backwards onto the track. A train was pulling into the station at that time, transit police said, and the victim was able to escape with minor injuries. Medics took him to Metropolitan Hospital with a cut on his lip and a bruise on his face. Louis Jackson, age 35, was arrested for reckless endangerment and assault. His arraignment was pending in Manhattan Criminal Court, and yeah, Manhattan Criminal Court. We all know what Alvin Bragg's gonna do. Let him off easy as usual, because that's Alvin Bragg, and that's what he typically likes to do. I don't want to politicize it, but you get the idea. Alright, so it's just a quick recap of what happened, and I do want to, again, thank Pat Kiernan for, acknowledging this. I mean, somebody must have told him that I was mad. I don't know, folks, but it's Friday night. I'm going to get going. I just wanted to do a brief video. I think 10 minutes is long enough as it is, so I think that's going to wrap it up. That's it.